Okay everyone, so today as you can see we're going to be testing out and comparing 4 different brands of diapers. Okay, so we have the N2C brand, which is this one over here, and then we have Signature Drypers, we have this Huggies, as well as the Rascals. Okay, so we're going to start the video with the first one, which is the diapers from Fairprice. This is the pants. So we're supposed to take children who are from 9 to 14 kilograms. So my son is 10 kilograms, but he can wear L, which is 9 to 14 kilograms. So in each pack there are 56 pieces. So after accounting for the discount, it will be 25 cents per piece. But if there's no offer, it will be 28 cents per piece. So it costs about $15.79 without offer, and then $13.95 with the offer that's going to end tomorrow. So this is it. This is the pants. So you can see, just like all the others, it has this flap at the end so that you can roll the diapers before throwing it into the dustbin to hold all the shit and the urine. So it also has the indicator here. You can see, you can tell, right? So this is where it will get it will be blue once the child has urinated. So this is it. Let's move on to the next one. So surprisingly, the next cheapest one is Little Rascals. I'm very amazed myself. So as you can see, we've gotten size 4. Size 4 is an L. This is actually the New Zealand size, because when we found it in Singapore, the Asian size, it actually is the same size as the XL. So actually, if I were to take this out, because we got this at the Mummy's Market at sample pack. So what happened was that when we compared the L and the XL, it was the same size. So meaning New Zealand, you buy the L, you actually get the XL for Singapore size. Yeah. So anyway, surprisingly, this came in at the second cheapest out of all the 4 brands. I would have thought that it would be the more expensive one, but no, I was wrong. So this is a pack of, this comes in a pack of 52, alright, and it costs $27.60. I found it on Shopee, and which means that each piece is 53 cents. Yeah, so if you were to compare the sizing, right, in terms of lengthwise, they are about the same. Yeah, and if you compare width, they are also about the same. So you see, I put them on top of each other, about the same. But this Rascals has more gathers, so it'll be able to absorb and hold in all the urine, and as well as all the poo better also. Yeah. Okay, so this is Rascals. The third one, in case you're wondering why it's in this free packet, because we got a free sample. Initially, we bought some of these from Malaysia, and we did use them until we ran out of them. So this is how they looks like, and it's very expensive when it's being sold in Singapore. So we did not get more in Singapore. So this is the L. Okay, so this is L. Alright, again, just like all the others, there's this flap here, and also the urine indicator. So this is L. It's again 9 to 14 kilograms, 32 pieces, and it's 61 cents. So it actually is more expensive than the Little Rascals here. And if you were to put them side by side, or rather you put the Signature on top, it is just slightly smaller. And in terms of width, they are about the same. Now Signature also has all the gathers that Fairprice does not have. Yeah, Fairprice doesn't have that much. You really have to open it wide to see it. But here, you don't even have to open it out there. You can clearly tell that there are some gathers here. Yeah, so this actually is also very good. Yeah, it helps to hold in all the urine and the poo as well. So we are actually very happy with these two, this and this. Yeah, just that this can really hold much more urine and pee as compared to Signature. Yeah. Okay, now we'll show the last one. Okay, so this is our last diapers. This is Huggies Nature Made. This is the bamboo cotton one. So this piece is actually one of the most expensive ones. This is 63 cents, and I believe the other Huggies Nature Made brand also the one without the panda is also equally expensive, the platinum one. So if you compare in terms of size, right, this is actually much longer than even Rascals. So I put Rascals down, right, you can see that it's actually longer. Yeah, just slightly longer. And needless to say, if I compare it with Skin Nature, you'll be able to see the big difference. But in terms of width size, they're all the same width, and similarly, this is for 9 to 14 kilograms. So it comes in at a whopping 63 cents. It is expensive. Yeah. So you must be wondering, right? 63 cents per piece. Like, why on earth did we get this, you know? Well, first of all, we got this in Malaysia, so it wasn't 63 cents a piece, it was actually 35 cents a piece. So we thought, quite affordable. And mind you, I divided by 3 instead of the 3 point something that, you know, the Malaysian ringgit is compared to the Singapore dollars. So it is actually much cheaper than 35 cents if you buy it there. In fact, if you buy Skin Nature there, it's also cheaper than compared to Singapore. Needless to say, there's no Fairprice in Malaysia, and Fairprice is already the cheapest at 20 something cents. And actually, this is the most cost effective if your child actually goes to student care, child care, because they change diapers every 2 to 3 hours. Remember, it's a little bit full, they also change. So this is the best. But we heard of another Chinese brand that is even cheaper, but we didn't buy it lah, because we thought that you know, it's also important to be a bit more comfortable, soft, and yeah, that's why we didn't buy. We're going to go in with a homegrown brand instead. Okay, so if we were to compare all 4 like that, right, side by side, right, this is actually the order of which of our preference. So if we had the money, right, we will get this. Okay, then we will get this, followed by this and this. Why? Okay, not to say that NTUC is no good or Fairprice is no good, right? It's just that if you were to touch, this is really rougher, and inside is also a bit rougher as compared to, we go to the premium one, the Rascals, where it is really softer and you can really feel how thick this is. So we're going to use the vernier caliper, right, to show you how thick it is, and we're going to press down until we cannot press anymore, to show you how much this can hold as compared to the others. Mind you, we went to this Bizu booth at Mummy's Market. So they portray it to be so good, it can hold so much water, but I tell you, it's not as good as any of these. Bizu, after the child urines, right, you can see that the whole diapers, right, comes sagging down, but you will not see it for these 4 brands. So I would say they are much better than the Bizu brand. Okay, let's do the vernier calipers. Okay, so alright, so you see he's pressing quite tight and it's 5.5, but if you don't press so tight, if you don't press so tight, you let it go, okay, it's about 8, okay, or 8.6. It can even go to a 9.2. So you see, he's really pressing quite hard to push it down already, and this is a 9.4. Okay, sorry. Maybe we should turn it around so that people can see better. Oh no, he will move the vernier caliper around. Yeah, okay. So you see, so if you see, we just press it gently, just very gently, and this is actually a good 9.1. Okay, so I tell you, it's really the thickest. If you were to compare with Nature Made, actually Nature Made is very thin, but I don't know, maybe because of the length, it can hold a lot of urine. Let me show you. So Nature Made is actually, without even pressing, it's just a 2.2. See?
Press. I press.
Oh, you press. Okay. Without pressing, it is, so pressed is 2.2. Without pressing is a 4.9. Okay, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9. You get it. Okay. Now we go to Skin Nature. Okay. So Skin Nature, we will do the without pressing first.
Without pressing,
yeah, without pressing much first. So without pressing much is about 4.6. And if you press, it will be about, 1.5. Okay. Maybe that's why I prefer this. It really holds much urine better than this is Skin Nature. Okay, and then now we have the last one, Fairprice. So I'm telling you, it's not that they're no good, because you're going to see later that it's actually quite thick too. You feel you will know also. So pressing very hard.
No, it's not hard.
Okay, pressing hard, 8.4. Pressing hard, 8.4.
No, pressing not hard. Okay, hard.
Okay, hard is 4.4. Without pressing hard, it was at 8.4 just now.
Mm.
Yeah, so you see in terms of thick, how thick it is, right? This and Rascals, they're actually comparable. Yeah, they are comparable. Okay, but if you think in terms of like, quality wise, when you touch it, right, you feel that wow, Rascals is actually much better. Yeah. Yeah, so you do the test, you feel inside, you feel that this is actually much better. So really like 一分钱一分货. Yeah. So again, our order is, this is the last, followed by this, as well as this. This on sale in New Zealand is cheap. On sale in Singapore is still quite okay. We bought it, but it's still expensive compared to all the others. So if you are going for student care, childcare, this as cheap as possible. If you're not going to childcare and you're changing your own kids' diapers yourself, you can get this or this or this during a sale. This and this get you in Malaysia much cheaper. I told you 35 cents. I believe this was 30 something cents also. Yeah, so this is our review of the 4 diapers. If you'd like us to review more diapers, do let us know. Goodbye. Yeah.